Hey everybody, it's your boy Arcade Rich 504 bringing you my new series. It's called Game Over with Arcade Rich 504. And basically, this series is about talking about different things with different games that I love. In my first episode, I'm going to talk to you about the story of Techland. Techland is a great company. I love Techland. I love all the games that Techland makes. They made the first Dead Island, then they made Dead Island Riptide, they made Dying Light, they made Dying Light 2, Stay Human, and now they got Dying Light the Beast. The reason why I called my first episode The Story of Techland is because I want to talk about how Techland created a game, and now the game that they created is their own competition. And I just feel like that's messed up. So what happened with Techland is they made the first Dead Island, and they were published by Deep Silver. Deep Silver published the first Dead Island that was made by Techland. It was like the first open world zombie game. Everybody loved the game. The game had great success. You know, it was the first open world zombie game. You can go anywhere, you know, with the zombie apocalypse like every other game. And they did really well. So instead of them being able to take their time on the next game, Dead Island Riptide, Deep Silver was rushing them to hurry up and make another game because the first Dead Island was making so much money. So they hurry up and put out Dead Island Riptide, which wasn't such a good game. It had a lot of bugs. And they really wasn't too successful on Dead Island Riptide like they were with the first Dead Island. So, you know, to make a long story short, Techland, they left Deep Silver and they wanted to do their own IP. And Deep Silver kept the rights to the name Dead Island, and Techland left them. So in 2015, Techland came out with their own IP, which was called Dying Light. And they did a deal with Warner Brothers, which is WB, and they came out with Dying Light. And at first I was a little confused because I'm thinking to myself, well, man, Dying Light looks just like, you know, the game Dead Island that was years ago. And when I started doing my research, it's come to find out that Techland was the same people who created Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. So I was thinking like, well, why are they making Dying Light why they just didn't make like a Dead Island 2 or something? And then when I started digging, I realized that, man, they're not with Deep Silver no more. So that was the Dead Island 2 was supposed to been come out, but you know, they Techland, the people that was creating the game of Dead Island, they left. So that's what took Dead Island, because Dead Island was supposed to come out in 2014. So I was trying to figure out like, well, what are they gonna do? And
I'm supposed to get a vaccine?
What?
Deep Silver already had a studio, you know, in the works, which was called Dam Buster Studio. Now this studio, so
best the GRE could do.
a very Dam Buster Studio is a studio that's been through a lot. I don't know if you remember the game Homefront and Homefront Revolution that was made by Deep Silver.
and infected
That is the
A
studio
cure
that
is
created those
possible,
games, and those
definitely
games had
possible.
bad
Oh
reviews,
shit, you
and
really think you can figure it out?
of being
With Dr.
buggy and
Camden's help, yes.
not
I
such
think so.
great games. Their
I'll bet I
ratings on
put
the
that
games was
injector.
terrible.
Now,
But
who's
they
Dr.
must have
Camden?
put a lot of work in,
Trapped in Sector Zero,
and
where the
Dan
outbreak
Buster
first,
Studios picked up Dead
broke
Island,
out.
and
We've been
the
collaborating
recent
via
Dead Island
radio,
2 that just was
though we
released
would
a
have
couple
made
years
more
ago
progress if the
is
connection were better. Also, if my
Dan Buster's is the
earlier
studio that
experiments
made
had
Dead
borne
Island
fruit,
2.
I
So that's how
tried
we got Dead Island 2,
injecting
because
recombined
Techland
versions of the
wasn't making
virus
Dead Island
into
anymore.
chunks
So
of
we
meat,
thought there was never
leaving them
going to
around
be
the
another
city,
Dead Island.
hoping some of the
But Dan
infected
Buster
would live,
Studios picked
so
it
I
up,
could
and they
observe and
dropped
document the
Dead Island
results.
2
But they didn't?
for us to play, which I love. Dead Island 2, I think it's a
I'm
great
ashamed that I
game.
wasted
I
so
think
much
competition
time on
is
it.
good.
No reason to hold
Having no
any antigen in
competition
reserve
can make you
now.
lazy.
In any
Having
case,
competition to make you want to work
all
harder and
right.
make your game
I'm
the
quite
best
busy,
game.
so on your way.
So that we have
What
Dying
are
Light
you doing?
2, and then we have Dead Island 2, and it's like, man, you getting the best of both worlds. You getting a Dead Island and a Dying Light. But
Rahim, Zara
I
checked me out and gave
love
me another
that we
shot.
have two,
Okay, great. That'll hold you
pretty much
for a
open
while,
world
which
games
is
of
good.
zombies.
I'm starting to get used to
But
the idea of
I
bossing you
really
around.
think it's really messed up
So,
on
time for a
how
real trial. Go talk to
you
Spike.
think of
Find Mr.
something
Zed's truck. He's got the first
that
real job for you.
you want to do with
Spike?
something that you
I'm
love,
Crane.
which is an open world zombie
Just what I
game.
need.
You create
More
that,
unskilled labor.
you make a deal
All right,
with
shut up and pay attention.
um,
There are two types
Deep
of airdrops.
Silver.
One is
They
food,
take
first
your
aid
IP,
supplies,
you got to
survival
go
gear, and
create
such.
another
The
IP,
other kind is filled
and
with
now
the GRE
you're
sends out a
going
one-way video
against
feed that lets us
your
know when they're on the way.
competition.
Look,
I
the
just
trouble
feel
is,
like,
the airdrops from Antizin
you're
keep
going
getting
against
raided by
what
Raja's
you
thugs.
created.
Without Antizin,
And
we're
I feel
basically
like
screwed.
that's fucked up.
Rise and his boys only
So
operate during the day because going
that's
out
the
after
story of
dark is a damn
Techland.
way to get
They've been
killed.
through a
But
lot
the
as
next
a
two Antizin
company,
drops are coming down right at
creating
sunset
these
tonight,
zombie
and Brecken
games.
means to go after them.
And
This
now
may be
look
our
at
only
us
chance to
years
reach the
later,
airdrop.
and they're
What's
going
my part
against
here?
their own
Well, as
creation.
I said, going out at night is
That's
basically
crazy.
suicide.
So the moral of
His
this
team
story
will be okay
is
tonight, so long as you get out there now
do
and
what
arm
you
those
love.
traps. That's your part.
All right.
You know,
What are these traps and how do I arm them?
love
You'll
what
see.
you do,
I'll be talking you through
but
it.
just make sure
Just remember,
the
without
business
these
side
traps,
of whatever
Brecken
you
won't survive
do
the night. And if he doesn't
is
come back with
correct,
Antizin,
because
we are
you
lost.
don't want to
Before
have
you
to
head
go
out there,
through what
grab some
Techland is
firecrackers.
going
Make
through,
them myself.
and that's
Make a fire
going
distraction if you get in trouble.
against the thing that they created. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for coming in the arcade room. This is the first episode of Game Over with Arcade Rich 504. See y'all next time.